May. And first of all, I'm really sorry. I have a big technical issues because, as you know, I normally work with 4 screens, but since this morning I restarted my computer, and then since then I only to work 2. So I have 2 screens on that side. I have to work because that's 2 screens. They are completely black. I don't know why. I have to call the support later when the webinars are done. So I hope you will have a little bit patience with me and mercy with me that we can work just with 2 screens. So the camera is there, but my screens are there. So please don't be confused that I don't have a look at the camera this morning all the time because I'm looking at the black screen. So that's really stupid. I only can see myself, and that's not funny. Of course not. Okay, guys. So I hope you're doing good. Your screens are working better than mine. And I'm really happy that we can spend this last trading day together because we have really, really good news about our running trades. And I hope you are with me. So let me screen. Oh, by the way, before we start, actually, my problem is that I can, yeah, let me check. Just a quick moment that I can see, so that I can YouTube see as well, because I have to. So now I have YouTube here as well. So by the way, so we streamed that session on Zoom on YouTube live. If you want, so if you on the right side of your button, there's a subscribe button. So click on it and you will never miss an episode, by the way. And if you watch it later, you can do it on that YouTube channel of Admirals, by the way. And we appreciate it a lot if you give us a like or maybe a thumb down if you say it's not good. Then, or if you have any questions, then leave it below on the comment field. And I will answer you as soon as possible, or Anna, my lovely moderator in the back, will give me the questions. So feel free to subscribe the channel on YouTube as well. So good morning, Don. Good morning, Barry. And now I want to share my screen. I hope I can do it in that way. Okay, so now let me see if I can do that, the chat. So, and here the participants, so I can see. It's a kind of crazy if you normally work with 4 screens, now you have to focus on 2. Alexander, wonderful good morning. Danny, wonderful good morning. Good to see you. To see you. Not funny. So feel free to ask whatever is in your mind, guys. Leave your comment in Zoom or on YouTube. Actually, I can see it here. Yeah, I can see it on YouTube as well. So let's start. And we have really good news. I hope you trust the system and the price. Yeah, the screen should always be with you. I hope so. Let's see. So what we expect today, the upcoming events, you can see it here in the screen. Actually, we expect the UK monthly retail sales are done. They are already out. Then we expect at 10 a.m. German time, of course, the Eurozone flash PMI, and later 10:30 flash UK PMI. And Canada will come out this afternoon, 2:30, with the retail trade, and 4 p.m. flash consumer EU, and existing home sales will come out as well. This is just only interesting if you make day trading. And as you know, guys, we started this week with day trading in Dow Jones, because you know, I do it just for you because I'm not a day trader, because I have to fulfill the law of probability, by the way. But I will do it for you that you can see the system with price and with trend works in every time frame. And even it means a lot of pressure on my shoulders and a lot of time pressure of me, because I have to focus on that. You know, I have coachings and the live trading room, by the way, but I decided to make it for you and of course for Admirals to keep that show and to show you that it is possible to make money in the markets if you follow the rules and if you're willing to cut the loss, but let the winners also run. So let's go, and let me invite you to this afternoon show from, who is it? I'm not sure. Is it Paul or Jens this afternoon? And how can we trade using market structures? And one of my lovely colleagues will hold this webinar, and I want to invite you at 3 p.m. German time, of course. So, and my partners are will be really happy if you join that session too. So you can ask Jens or Paul, who is it? I don't know right now. And then you will learn a lot about my wonderful partners here. Okay, so I would say if you want to follow me, you have two options. First of all, Daytrader70 is my name on Twitter. There you will see all my trades and if I do some changings. Or if you want to follow my live trading room on twitch.tv/DAOHowTrader, and we are wonderful listeners there. We have a lot of fun, and you can see all the day one of my screens, by the way. Okay, so now let's have a look at the charts. And oh my gosh, guys, we have so good news. I hope you are still in that trade. I hope it's so much that you follow that rules, because as you can see, finally, that seems the trade is really working for us. This is Australian dollar, Swiss franc. And yes, you can see we had one shot, it was a loser. The second shot was a winner with partial sellings and the rest in profit. The third one was a small loser. And now we are on track down to the first target. And the first target is roundabout at the point of low. And finally, I'm quite sure that we are on track back to the point of control, as I don't want to say as always, but at most of the times offshore. Yeah. So, and as you can see, so what you can do, nothing, let it run now, let it run. It's going to be a free ride. So it's working for us, and that's really, really cool. Carl, wonderful, good morning. Michael, good morning on YouTube as well. So now let's go on. This is Euro Swiss franc. And even we had almost a close above the purple line. And here, especially if this trade Euro Swiss franc, you see how important it is to work with a soft stop. And you can do it if you have a proper money management. You know, there is no risk in trading. If you think it really through, then it's just a kind of money management. And if you trust your money management and you are not touched by emotions in trading, then you can do that. Because you see, they tried to, they only made the correction up until to our entry or up to our entry. And yeah, now we are kind of track down and nothing happens. So maybe we will see a trend continuation or maybe not. So, but I trust the system and I trust the rules. By the way, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. And of course, the price in normal case will go back to a fair valued price. So, my lovely moderator, Anna, put you a link in the chat and YouTube as well. So if you want to see Paul this afternoon, thanks for that quick hint, then please save your seat in the link you can see right now in the chat box. And I'm quite sure you will learn. Paul is a wonderful trader and a really successful trader with its own trading style, and you can learn a lot from his experience in trading. So next one, which is still running, is Euros New Zealand dollar. So we are still in, and we are actually, it seems it's kind of, do we have a trend continuation? Yes, I guess now we have one, because now we have a close and above the last 0.2 here, and now it's the trade is running. And as I said, look, even our soft stop works here. We had no close below the point, below the purple line, and now the trade is still running. And maybe we cope that challenge of this volume zone. So the next challenge is here, and I would say there round about there, we want to sell half of the position, and then we have a free ride, of course. So, and then we can trail the stop and everything is fine. So next one, which is a winner. So you see, it's not a secret. It's not the holy grail. It's not a mystery. Guys, that's just only based on the behavior of prices and trends. And both are natural things. It's logic things. Think it through. Trading, if you see it properly and if you see it in the right way, trading is a logic way. There's no mystery, there's no holy grail. It's just logic system. And we should start with focusing on logic, things you can explain. And everything what happens there is always explainable. Yeah. So next one is British pound, US dollar. Is it cool? Yeah, it's kind of cool. If you trust the system, if you trust the system, the price, yeah, you will be surprised how often it works in that way, because a trend continuation is always more likely than a break, and prices are working even. We have an expensive price, but actually, yeah, we sold half the position. It's a free ride. So now you can leave it, let it go, let it run. The market will give you what you deserve. And you only deserve good things when you follow the rules. And that's the point. Even it's not easy. I know that. It's really not easy. And therefore, so many people fail in trading because it is not easy, but it's not the system which fails. It's the manpower in front of the screen which fails. That's our problem, what we have. Yeah. So you have to fix the human part and not the system. And if you say, okay, that's not my system, yeah, then try another one. Yesterday, I learned something new about a golden cross strategy. I never heard that in my life. And I know a lot of, I even know a Batman formation, of course. But by the way, a golden cross strategy, I have never heard about it. Yesterday, I learned that. So what it is, yeah, now I know it. When the 50 moving average crosses the 100. So I thought, oh, interesting. So always, when someone is coming up with such strategies, my first answer is always, please show me that strategy in your order book. So death end, over and out. You cannot show me a golden cross strategy in the book map. So, which means it's just your perception. So in which time frame? In which market? And what do you do if someone has another crossing from 200 or from 100 to 200? So there is no ultimate thing, guys. So, and if you think it through, if the 50 crosses the 100, what does it mean? Yeah, it's a trend continuation, no more, no less. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so think it through. You don't, if you use it, why do people use all that stuff? Batman formation, diamond formation, golden cross formation, moving averages, indicator. Why? There's only one reason. Type in the chat box. Why do you think use people all those things like moving averages or formations? What do you think? Why they are doing that? Or why they need that? What do you think? Type it in the chat box. Just a couple of words. I give you a little bit of time. Think it through. Why do people use all that stuff? What do you think? So while you're thinking about that, oh, New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. Isn't that lovely, right? Yeah, now we can trail the soft stop. Isn't that lovely? Look at this one. We can trail the soft stop into the profit. So trail it. We are close to reach our first target. That's really cool, right? That's really cool. So more security I can read, no confidence or experience. Yeah. Searching for security and confirmation may have one reason. Exactly. They seek certainty. Absolutely. They want to sell something. Confirmation to trade. Okay. Yeah. The salesperson, they want to sell something, but you're completely right. The point is trading on the right side of the chart means you always have this question mark in front of your nose all the time. So you don't know what happens and you cannot influence that. So you are working all the time out of your comfort zone as a human being. And you know what? People hate to be out of their comfort zone. Otherwise, they would do a lot of other things. But you used to go to the same grocery store, you go to the always, you take your gas at the same gas station. Yeah, normally you have one wife or maybe one girlfriend or two of them, whatever. So main thing, you have one, you are in your comfort zone. So this is why we are doing that. And in trading, you are completely out of your comfort zone. And now you are looking for things that give you this back, this comfort zone back, that give you this security back, and it doesn't work. And then you're looking for the next one and the next one and the next one. It never works. And finally, you lose a lot of lifetime and money. Instead of thinking through, that's the logical system. And the logic system is we work with prices. And that's all. And at the end, the different perception of the persons, of the human beings, they trade with prices. They think, okay, it's too expensive, then they sell. It's think that's cheap, then they buy. At the end, you have movement and correction, and finally you have a trend. So, and that's all. So basically, and by the way, take it not personally, please. It's just my opinion. That's my pen, no more, no less. So there is no right or false in trading. Just follow the rules. That's all. Or you never push the button to trade. Yeah. Then you can go hiking or bowling or whatever. But then is trading not the right place for you. But I promise you, if you follow the rules and if you follow the morning show every morning, then I try my best to share kind of knowledge with me. It doesn't replace a proper coaching, of course not, but you can learn something in that. And if you follow the rules all the time based on the law of probability, guys, yeah, number 6, yeah, and you trust the price system, I promise you, on the long run, you have, what should I say, almost a guarantee to become successful. But it's on you. It's just only on you if you do it. And therefore, yesterday I prepared the whole June topics, and I prepared a lot of interesting topics for you for June. And so we have a lot of things to learn. And by the way, we trade live, of course. So, who is it? It was not easy to stay in trade Euro Swiss franc, but I did it, and now I'm proud of myself. Danny, I am proud of you because I know, I'm in trading a couple of years, and I know how hard that is. But I promise you, this is your first time. Maybe it's your first time you did it. Type it in your handwritten diary and celebrate it. Because you watched yourself. This is kind of planting the seeds in your mind. Because now you watched yourself being disciplined, following the rules. And this is the way how it works. They are interesting. I'm really proud of you. Absolutely. So that's working. New Zealand, New Zealand dollar. The other one, NASDAQ, we got out with a small loss. It was 100 euros. That's fine, because we cut the loss, of course. It was a kind of probability. So the rules were there, of course. Yeah, we had a correction, balance candle, we get in and we got out. So fine. One of the 30%. We were on the wrong bus. We got out. We're waiting for the next bus. That's all. Yeah, forget it. Okay, so we can delete it from the list. And we did everything right. So weekly chart. Thanks God. US dollar, Czech krone, really big profit. And after, at the end, maybe we can trail our soft stop to above the candle, the weekly candle of this week. Yeah. Euro Polish zloty, we opened the trade, and of course the real stop is above the candle of this week. So let's see what happens. Let it go. US dollar Mexican peso, we trail the soft stop above the candle of this week, and we leave the hard stop above the previous candle. Yeah. So work with the soft stop here. It's weekly chart. Yeah. So what's on my list for today? Because it's Friday, we come to an end. They are not sure how the market works and want some safe rules. Michael, that's really cool. Yeah, that's true. So let's go. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So I can show you here, because here in another one, we have the soft stop is higher a little bit there. So kind of difference to here. So the point of control is normally a little bit higher, but it will take a little bit time that in MetaTrader, the point of control moves up. So, but by the way, that's, as I explained yesterday, we are waiting for a correction, then for a balance candle, and then we have two trend sizes that are working for us. The big one, yeah, and now the real one. Yeah, the real one, because this is this one on the right side. So wait for the correction, and maybe if you will see a kind of balancing here at the last point too, by the way, and it's indeed the proper point of control, then we will open a trade to the upper side. Okay, so put in your watch list, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. You can follow Twitter, then you will see when I open it. Or if you want, you can follow my live trading room on Twitch. So this is Australian dollar, US dollar. It's a kind of similar situation. We have upward trends. This is the main trend. But now we see the stabilization. Now you see why I didn't open the trade here, because I saw this support zone, and I know it's a selling zone. And this, the risk was too high that we will stop here, and exactly this happens. So, and this happened in the past, of course, past. So now we are circling around the point of control, but it's a trend continuation candle right now, so you don't have to do anything there. So if you have a close below the point of control, then the point of control is a kind of resist zone, yeah, and therefore you don't have to do that. So wait for it. Finally, the trend is still valid, but the leading trend, yeah, it's really unclean. And I learned in my trading life, and my teacher taught me that, I have learned not to solve complicated trading situations, even to avoid them. So why should I have this high risk? Wait for a clear situation, and then we can make a trend. That's all. Okay, so then next one, Euro Australian dollar. I published it on Twitter this morning already, because we explained it and we prepared it yesterday. We are in a green zone, and by the way, you can do it on my list here, Euro Australian dollar, because we have this trend. We corrected again, and now that's what I wanted to see, that the point of low is a kind of support zone, because we have a kind of secondary trend. There we saw the correction again, and now you see how the price and the trend works. Two trends in the same direction. A lot of buyers seemingly coming right now, and the price maybe will come back or will go back to the point of control. So now the trade is open. I have to set my stop order. So I risk around about what it is, it's 63 euros. And by the way, target is at the point of control. I have the chance to make 124, so that's fine. And by the way, I trail my soft stop here, trail myself below the last low. So, and now we are waiting. And by the way, trail the soft stop bar by bar when the trade is running. Okay, so let it go and leave it here actually. So next one is Euro Canadian dollar. Here we have the balance candle, and we saw a close below 38%. That's fine. And so, but I can trail my entry a little bit closer here. So entry is here above that point. That's 147.81. And of course, your hard stop is below the last point 3 here. And I guess we take out half of the position roundabout here. And the final target, by the way, is the point of control. So we have space, a lot of space to go up. Yeah, that's could make really money. So good morning, Riza. Good morning on YouTube, Twitch, and wherever you are. So by the way, I have only 2 screens this morning, unfortunately. Honestly, I hate it so much. So next one is British pound Swiss franc. And before I tell you something about that, I have, Anna, the poll of the day. So, and the poll of the day for this morning is the question, if I can see it, the poll of the day is, what have you learned this week? Answer number 1, follow the rules, always. Or number 2, trust the price and the trend. Or answer number 3, being patient and disciplined. Do me that favor, guys, that I have an overview if I'm on the right way, or because if you have learned nothing, then I did something false and if I have made some mistakes. But I hope you learned a little bit in this that morning show, because we can become successful all together. So why you during you push the button here, this is British pound Swiss franc. And here you can see we have the main trend, that's the red one. The main trend is still facing downwards. So you can see that. We have a secondary trend which is facing upwards. And this is one of these situations where I have learned avoid it. Don't try to solve it. Avoid them. Wait for a clear and clean signal, because we have a lot of space to go down to the point of control. We don't need any single pip. We want a main piece of the cake, not every single piece of them. Just wait for it. You can see, I could see that. It's a high volume zone. There are waiting a lot of buyers and sellers. And as long as I don't know which have more volume on their side, I don't have to solve the problem. It's not a problem for me. It's just what I can see. It's my perception, no more, no less. So wait for it. What we can wait maybe we will see a kind of movement, correction, next move, next correction, because let me draw it in that way, a kind of this one, movement. This could happen also, correction, and then maybe we can cope the challenge of this volume zone here. Then we can go down and then we wait for the rebounds. Then we have a secondary trend which is facing in direction of the main trend. Then you have 2 sellers on your side. And then we can think about a short and we can go back to the point of control. The other option is that the price will remain there and they build up the volume, but for that, the price should be there or should be remain there for the next 4 weeks. And I have my doubts on that. Yeah. So wait, don't try to solve complicated situations, avoid them. So we have answers. What have you learned this week? Thanks for being with me. Thanks for joining the poll. Follow the rules. We have 40%. Trust the price and the trend. We have 22%. 25%, and being patient and disciplined, 35%. So that's really cool. And I'm really happy. You make me really happy that you learned, that you have learned something this week. So follow the rules all the time. That's the winner, but also the other ones are also important. So guys, you know what? Let's talk about live trading, right? Let's talk about the day trading. Jesus Christ, look at this one. Isn't that amazing, guys? Isn't that amazing? Yeah? It's time to celebrate. We are in profit. It's time. Day trading works. I love it. I really love it. Yeah, it's a big pressure, but I really love it. So the first one you see, and it's always the same. At that moment, we were deep in the green zone because we are green zone traders. As Ian told me, we are green zone traders. And here you can see it's awesome, right? 5-minute chart only in Dow Jones, because there I can make sure that I can follow my rules of the probability, because you know it's a probability means if the rainbow occurs, take your camera, make a picture, and therefore I just only take one chart. That's the Dow Jones. So the first one was a winner. We came back to the point of control. In that case, we made, it was here, that was 35 euros. And with the second one, we made, look at this one, 527. So in this trade, we made 550 euros, by the way, during 2 days. So then the first shot yesterday, oh no, that was Wednesday. We opened the trade. We want to go back to the point of control. So that was a small loser. Look at this one, just only 36 euros. So cut the loss, you see. And we took the second shot. Never miss a re-entry, guys. Never miss the re-entry, because the main trend was still facing upwards. Yeah, we went just only deep in the correction. Therefore, we had to cut the loss, but the situation was still the same. Point of control was still up. The main trend was still valid. In that case, we have to look for a secondary trend which is working in direction of the main trend, that you have two groups of traders on your side. The main trend traders, they bought cheap. They built their volume up deeper and deeper, buying cheap, buying cheap, buying cheap, buying cheap. And finally, the volume was too big on the buyer side, and then the market went up. So in that case, we have this secondary trend, and after this correction, which fulfilled our rules, we went in. And finally, when we reached the last point 2 of the main trend, then we reached our first target with, what was it? Round about 88 euros. Guys, amazing, right? And now look at the chart. Look at the chart. Guys, it's a free ride. It's a free ride. It's a Markus and his trades. Markus and his trades. Yeah, no, I'm not the smart guy. Just only system, guys. Follow the rules. That's all. And we can celebrate it because it works. And now it's a free ride. You don't have to do anything. Just follow the morning show, invite your people, and now you can see we can make money. It needs just patience and discipline. And you can do it if you have a proper money management and you are not involved in an emotional way. Then you can do that. So follow the morning show and follow my live trading room where I work here exactly with that. Yeah. Do you have 5-minute trades open overnight when you cannot watch the screen? Of course I have open it. Why not? Because I sold half of my position. I have my stop loss. I trust the system. I trust the price. Why should I open it? Why should I stop a trade during the night? Why? It's not a share that I must expect a gap in the next morning. It's Dow Jones. It works around the clock. So, and Asian guys works in Dow Jones as well. So there's during over the night kind of volume there, kind of volatility there. So I have no reason. You can do that if you have a proper money management. I know most of the guys never leave their trades open during the night, because why should I close that? I have a target. I have my stop loss, and it's a free ride. Look at this one. We sold half the position. We made money already. Yeah, Maurizio, wonderful. Good morning. So, and the soft stop is in profit. And look at this one. I trailed my hard stop into profit. I cannot lose money anymore. Why should I intervene into that trade? Let it go. So, and even the price will come down and will get me out there. Let it go. Let the market decide. I know that's hard because you see, my money, I don't want to lose any money anymore. Yeah, that's the problem. You're focused on money. And that's the wrong way. Unfortunately, this is really a wrong way because money is that what makes you emotionally. But you have to follow the rules in a calm and structured way. Therefore, reduce your money management that you can work in a calm and balanced way. And then I promise you, if you do it in that way, I really, really promise you, you have a wonderful chance to become successful. And then welcome to trading, Danny. Exactly. So reduce your money management and follow rules. And then you have really, it's a promise because I do it since I do it for years now. So now trust the system. And as long as the price or the point of control will not move to another place, we can speculate that we will reach the point of control. So we have to bud your indicator. No, you don't. We have to use your indicator if we want to follow your strategy. No, you don't. It's not a need to have that indicator. And oh gosh, it's not free of charge, by the way. But it's your decision. Yeah. But in my opinion, so the strategy is not depending of the price. The strategy is 4 rules: trend, young trend, correction, signal. That's the strategy. Price is a kind of orientation because I have to know where I am, because I don't want to buy if a price is expensive, because I need another one who want to buy it more expensive, and that doesn't work in trading. Very less time. So therefore, it's not a need that you have that indicator, but in my opinion, you can ask in the group, it's a kind of very helpful tool because it increases the probabilities when you buy cheap and you can sell expensive. Yeah. And this is the logic behind it. Think about it. We trade prices. That's $34,000 by one contract, not points. That's dollars. You have to know, is that expensive or is that cheap? So you don't have to do that. It's a helpful tool decided by yourself. I never would say you must, of course not. You have to follow the rules. That's all. Okay. So, genau, it's exactly. Exactly. That's a good help and a wonderful, helpful tool. So what's meaning of blue rectangle indicator show above volume? Oh, that's the history. You will find it in MetaTrader 5, the special version. This is the history. Here you can see there all the history, and I love it. I really love it. That's the order history in special edition 5 of MetaTrader. And then you see where you made your trends, how long did they run, and you see the loss. You don't have to open the strategy or the toolbox lower side. That's all. That's the tool. So, and now finally, that's all for this week, guys. I want to say really, really thank you, and I hope we'll see each other next week. I hope you will follow day trading on my Twitter account. You will follow Paul this afternoon when he's talking about his stuff, and maybe we'll see each other in the Twitch live trading room. It's free. It's completely free for you. And but later I have to solve my issues first. But I hope we'll see each other there. Let me say thanks, Anna, for your support. Great support this week. In the backgrounds. Without you, I couldn't make that show, by the way. And thanks to everybody of you to follow the show. Invite your people. If you think you want to help someone to make money, then invite those people to that show, that we can train them. And with that, we have a big, big chance to change the world. I promise you, we can do that, and we will do it, because it's not over until we win. Have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you. Bye bye. And have a nice weekend, by the way.